Hi everybody, it's Kendrick from Providence Tarot, and I'm coming to you with your third and fourth week messages for the end of November. And this is for everybody, okay? So this is talking about work, this is talking about stability, financial stability. This is also talking about the completion of something that has been being built or something that has been under work, right? Because Capricorn is talking about work, Capricorn is talking about getting things done, right? So you guys have probably been very focused, right? Focused energy in terms of, materializing something, because this is talking about the materialization of something that is, of a creative energy, right? Because Capricorn is a cardinal sign, and that talks about beginning things. So something has been initiated, definitely with this 4, and the 4 being related to the Emperor. So there's some leadership going on here in which you're able to materialize and manifest what's been substantiated. Aries, your card for the last 2 weeks of November is the Hanged Man, and this is number 12. So this is talking about focus, knowledge, information, putting 2 and 2 together, how you can achieve some type of change, right? Because this is Neptunian energy, and that's mutable. This is a Pisces card, and it's talking about, your feelings might be changing, right? You might just be feeling, a bunch of different things all at the same time, so, you can't really make any concerned decisions, or you can't make the decisions in your right mind right now. You need a little bit of time to wait and to receive some information and allow it to come to you to really guide you and direct you into the place that you feel like you need to be. And you might even just be kind of like taking a back seat right now, maybe not even saying too much, and there might be some things that you might be keeping to yourself because you might be unsure about how you feel right now. And that actually is okay. This is a good moment for you. Taurus, your card for the last 2 weeks of November is the Hermit, and this is energy that trines you as it is Virgo, another earth sign. Okay, so this is talking about, your awareness of self and of what you are learning, right? Your experience, okay? Because it is a 9, and it's talking about the energy of the 9th house of Sagittarius. There might be some things right now that you may not yet understand, right? Could be some tensions in terms of like where you see yourself going, or you might just be experiencing some kind of unclear, hidden things, right? There's like only one side of the situation that you might be feeling like you have, a hold or a grip on, right? And it is talking about you being able to allow yourself to absorb whatever it is out of this circumstance that is teaching you where you can go from here once you realize what it is. Gemini, you got another 9, okay? Just like Taurus. So this is also talking about, information, wisdom, knowledge. It also has to do with time and evolution. So there could be some feelings that might be changing or that have changed, or there might be something going on with, you having to take action or having to distance yourself, or maybe you might be experiencing some kind of detachment emotionally, right? And it could also be mentally or psychologically, just because it is a 9 and it's talking about, philosophies, right? So you might just be giving yourself a period of learning here, right? You may have had to separate yourself from your daily activities or something that, was normal to you because things were changing around you, and you just had to kind of like bring some focus back into, where you were putting your energy. Cancer, you're dealing with the 2 of Swords for the last 2 weeks of November, and this is Moon in Libra. Okay, so this Moon is waxing. That means that it is growing. Okay, so your feelings might be growing about something, or you're realizing that something is more important now than it might have been before. Okay, so you're being led to make a choice. This choice is going to bring about some change for you, and it might even involve travel, right? Going from one place to another. You might be experiencing a change in home. This is also talking about making the right decision and doing what you feel like is comfortable for you, because this card does talk about, am I making the right choice that I feel like is fair and going to bring harmony to my experience? What connection am I making? How am I relating to this? Okay, it's your choice to make, Cancer. Thank you. Leo, This card is the Seven of Swords for the last 2 weeks of November. Okay, and this is an Aquarius card, so this is talking about some opposition. One, because you are Leo and this is an Aquarius card. Two, because it is a 7 and the 7th house is Libra, talking about relationships. So there could be a relationship that you might be experiencing some opposition with. It could even be with an Aquarius, it could be with a Libra, or it could be with another Cancer, or it might even have to do with emotions or detaching emotions, okay? Or you might have just detached from something because of the way that you may have felt emotionally. You want to move forward from something. There's some hidden things here just because it is related to the 7, the Chariot. Yeah, so it is talking about moving forward in a situation, possibly with friends, just because that's what Aquarius rules, and you definitely too. But this is talking about truths and decisions and weighing things out. Virgo, your card for the last 2 weeks, Virgo, of November is the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords is related to the Magician. So this is talking about potential, right? You can see the potential in something, okay? And you are aware. You're ready to kind of like move forward with something, or it's almost kind of like something is giving you inspiration, right? So you can kind of see where the possibilities are. So in that sense, it's a beginning, and moving forward is really kind of like the next move. You know what I mean? And this is talking about clarity. It's also talking about truth. And it is also talking about acceptance of oneself, or acceptance of some new idea, right? So there could be something that has changed for you that you maybe didn't anticipate. Something may have ended, or something may have like been cut, or something just kind of like maybe just didn't happen, but you have this new opportunity and you may not even know what it is yet, but be on the lookout for it in the next 2 weeks. Libra. I was thinking about this card when I was getting ready today from this deck, and I'm a Libra, and here we go. So this is talking about transformation. This is talking about structure. It's also talking about, being good to your body in some kind of way. Oh my gosh. It's also talking about your emotional foundation. This could be like the end of some kind of emotional state that you might have been in. This is also the end of the Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, so you might just be experiencing a moment of completion, a moment of kind of like resolve, because the Death card does talk about resolution, right? But it's a spiritual resolution that involves cleansing and allowing yourself to let go of things, let go of certain desires, maybe something that might have had to do with like the ego, things like that. So we're clearing. Scorpio. Wow, you got the Magician, and this is Mercury, and Libra actually just got the Death card, and the Death card is Scorpio, and if we were thinking Vedic astrology, this Mercury retrograde was happening in Libra. So Libra is experiencing some completions and some clearing and cleansing of energy, and that's your 12th house of hidden things, and you are actually experiencing a new beginning and realizing what it is that you're working with and what you can do to kind of like make use of the things in front of you. You know what I mean? You're kind of seeing the potential, where the potential lies, right? The pros and the cons of something. You do have some, you have to acknowledge something here. You know what I mean, Scorpio? And it's only when you start to acknowledge or begin to acknowledge something that you will know what your next move is, or where you're going from here. You know what I mean? So this is a new beginning for you in some kind of way. Sagittarius, this is amazing. The sun is about to go into your sign, and Venus is in Sagittarius right now. But this is Venus in Virgo, which is a sign that squares you, right? Venus is actually in her fall, or she's debilitated in Virgo. So this is saying that you just need to be a little bit more discriminate of your relationships, right? And not sort of like get too overly involved, right? Don't be so quickly to acknowledge what someone might have that, is potential, right? Don't let that get in the way of you really seeing, what it is. You got to focus on you. You got to focus on work. You got to focus on getting what you have to get done. Don't get distracted by people that make you feel good and all of that stuff. And it is the holiday season, so just, stay on your grind. Keep your wits about you. Get the job done. This is the holiday season, so you will have time to celebrate. You know what I mean? Capricorn, you have the Lovers for the last 2 weeks of November, and this is a 6. It's related to the 6th house of Virgo, and it's also related to Mercury, okay? And this is talking about reciprocity, what's being done here. You could feel like, good about work, okay? Your job, what you're doing there. Or you could be feeling good about a relationship, right? Because this could be related to Venus, Venus is the goddess of love, right? But Mercury is Eros as well. So, you could be experiencing some level of flirtation with someone, or you could be experiencing some kind of temptation in terms of work or job, okay? That this could change something for you, right? This could change the game for you, or you might be experiencing the satisfaction of something that has changed for you, that you might be, enjoying, because that's satisfaction. You are focused on work for the last 2 weeks of November, and job, right? And economics, right? Economizing, right? Making the most out of your experience. Just make sure that you don't get too, focused on what it is that you are getting out of something that might make it seem like, there's status there. The Devil card does talk about unhealthy ways that you might be relating to something, staying attached to something for too long. It is talking about, maybe feeling oppressed by something. You might be feeling a slowdown by something. You might even be feeling a little bit exhausted, burning the candles at both ends. Also, just make sure that you're staying humble and you're doing things for the right reasons. You know what I mean? For the right reasons. Well, Pisces, this is your card for the last 2 weeks of November. This is Saturn in Pisces, so this is talking about lessons that you have learned, right? This is also talking about desire, right? What is it that you desire that you might feel like you're not getting? Are you tired of sacrificing something, or are you tired of not being able to let go of something? You know what I mean? You might even be feeling held back emotionally in some kind of way. The moon is actually waning here. So this is talking about a clearing of energy, and it is related to the 8th house of Scorpio. So now that we're out of this Mercury retrograde station direct, you might be understanding something new about what it's going to take for you to detach emotionally from something that you might have held on to for a long period of time.